Hi, this is Doug Bradley, Pinhead from the Hellraiser movies, and you are listening to Without Your Head. And you better keep listening to Without Your Head, or you will not only be without your head, you will be without your soul, because I will tear it apart.
Hey, it's live here at the Station of Decapitation Without Your Head. I'm Nasty Neal. We're back with Nasty Neal Tries Stuff. Now, for future episodes, you could send me stuff to try. P.O. Box 415, Sandwich, Massachusetts, 02563. And we'll try them on the show. Or you could, I don't know how else this would work. Maybe you could Venmo me money to buy something on Amazon or at the store, whatever, and I'll try it. Anyway, today we have Vlasic Pickleballs. I'm a fan of pickles, as people know. And the last couple of years, people have gone pickle crazy. Just like everything's flavored pickles. I've been trying to find the limited edition pickle cup of noodles. I cannot find it. Choboat here is in the chat. I've got this worked out. I can actually see the chat now on my phone. Yo, buddy, I missed you last night. I had a bad day today. It's late at the job. Oh, that's unfortunate. You were in the chat, though. I saw you last night on the show. But the guest came on late last night, so we didn't take video calls. But next week is Clown Party. Next Thursday is Clown Party. So everyone come out for that. We're going to take as many video calls as we can. We're going to bring people in and out. People come on, we're going to spin the wheel. You're going to play a game, maybe win a prize. It'll be a good time. You just got to come as a clown or something clownish. Something clownish. Anthony will be there. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. By the way, last night was Bill Rebane, who is 88, I believe, 88, 89, and director of the cult classic Giant Spider Invasion, celebrating its 50th anniversary. He also directed the cult classic Blood Harvest with Tiny Tim. That was a great interview. It was really cool to have him on the show. Shared a lot of stories. I would highly recommend that show. I think he was about 2 hours into the show. He came on. Oh, we usually have the guests right at the beginning. I'm sorry, Chilbo's not feeling well. Well, I hope you feel better. So pickles. So today, we're from the Sandwich Marina. Pretty nice out here. And so I'm on my walk. I walk like 5 miles a day, at least, sometimes more, sometimes 10. Back in the day, when I was really going crazy, I'd walk, at least 10 miles a day, sometimes 12, 15. I think a couple times I walked 20. But today we're probably going to do a 5 mile. And we're going to try some pickleballs. Now, it's not the game pickleball. This is a Vlasic Pickleball Dill Pickle Corn Puffs. Can't say they sound delicious. They're probably not nutritious, but we'll find out here. Yeah, 37 grams of carbs. I try to eat low carb, so these are not particularly low carb at all. But that's if you ate the whole bag, so it's actually not too bad for the whole bag. They don't have any added sugar, which is nice. Get a little bit of fat, 290 calories for the whole bag. But I will not eat the whole bag. Here, we'll just eat some of them. So I do want to find these pickle cup of noodle soup. And at some point, I got to make it to a Sonic and get this pickle glazed chicken sandwich. And I think they got fried pickle chips and a pickle slushy, which I'll be honest, that does not sound good. And I'm a pickle guy. It's like Jurassic Park. Just because you can do it does not mean you need to. You don't need to make a pickle slushy. Maybe you do. I don't know. I've not tried it. Whoa. All right. Sometimes I smell these pickle things, and you get like a whiff of dill, a little hint of salt or something. But I just inhaled this, and it's like chips or whatever. They have that powdered seasoning, and I think I snorted a bunch of Vlasic dill pickle seasoning up into my sinuses. Very strong, very potent, kind of a pick me up. Take a lighter with your. These are definitely potent. These really smell like pickles. Sometimes I have this stuff, and like I said, they got kiss of dill or something. This I think it's probably very artificial flavor. Let me see. Well, I guess it doesn't. Yeah, dill pickle flavor. I guess it wouldn't have to be artificial because you could just put real dill in it and some vinegar. Let's see what these are made out of. De-germed yellow corn. What does that mean? De-germed. They take the germs out. I'm sure it probably means something else. I'm sorry. De-germed yellow corn meal. When that's the number one ingredient in a food, you know it's good for you. Vegetable oil, seasoning blend, which is corn, maltodextrin, salt, citric acid, spice. I think one just says spice. Like, I mean, what does that mean? You could just take anything and just say it's a spice, can you? Do they? Is that how to get around their secret ingredient? It's like back in the day, like the colonel didn't want to give away all his secret ingredients. He just put spice, or is it the spice from Dune? Like the big worm's gonna come in? Monosodium glutamate has got MSG, sugar. Up here it says it's got no added sugar. It lies. The sugar's in the ingredients here. Onion powder. How can they just lie like that? Sodium diacetate. Vinegar powder. How do you make powder out of vinegar? How do you powder liquid? Garlic powder. Natural flavors. Disodium glutamate. Disodium something or other. Inosinate. Sounds delicious. And then it's got less than 2% of yellow 5 and green 3. Very little actual food in this, if any. I don't know if is there any like actual food in this? Sugar? Like sugar might be the most healthy part of this, to be honest. Just onion powder. All right, here we go. I like on the picture it shows like a ball that you play with, like a ping pong ball with holes. Oh, so this is like the game. I see, I see. So it does show this is like the paddle from pickleball, and then the ball is like the ball in pickleball. I've never played pickleball. If you ate an actual pickleball, it's probably healthier than this. Oh yeah, the associate. This is made by the APP, the Association of Pickleball Players. I never knew such a thing existed. The Association of Pickleball Players. Here we go. After all that, let's try one of these. Very, very sour. I'll be honest, I like them. Very, very sour. A lot of dill. Very pickly. These taste like pickles. So sometimes I get this stuff that are actually a lot more. Like I had that dip, and it was real pleasant, honestly. And it didn't have like an artificial pickle flavor, but also it really didn't taste like pickles. This really tastes like pickles, but like something designed to taste like a pickle. A very artificial pickle. I mean, you could just eat a pickle, which is pretty healthy for you. A cucumber, and sodium if you have high blood pressure. Or you can get a pickle made out of de-germed yellow cornmeal and disodium guanylate. The choice is yours. All right. So honestly, I like these. They're probably dangerous. I could see me just like sitting down eating a bag of these while you're doing something on the computer, watching a movie. People don't know I've lost a lot of weight, so I shouldn't really eat these things at all. But They're fun on the video once in a while. I like these a lot. I assume a lot of people would hate them, but this one's truth in advertising. They taste like pickle. Very high pickle flavor, very sour. It's not pickle used to flavor something a little bit. This is like, let's try to recreate a pickle in a corn puff. And they succeeded. They succeeded. This is green, but it's not pickle flavor. This is, I think it's green apple. It was water, but I had those, I carry these little hydration packs with me. Maybe I used them all. I usually have some on my backpack. Yeah, like these little hydration, few hickeys, drop them in your water. Gives it a good flavor, some added chemicals, which is always good, and keeps you hydrated. All right, so let's see. Yesterday, Bill Urbane was on the show. Very fun. I had a good, really good time. That was an excellent interview. When we have like people from other generations that's been around for decades, that's my favorite kind of guest. I love indie filmmakers currently too. I like having a mix on the show. But if when you have someone like him on, it's really special. Talking about the 50 years of filmmaking, or more than 50 years of filmmaking. He's still making movies. That's awesome. Sometimes I get a little like depressed because like, man, I really wish I would have got involved in filmmaking earlier in my life. I get involved in my mid 40s. In 6 months I'll be the big 50, and it's like, damn, I wasted a lot of time, not doing this stuff because I really enjoy it. But then you think, well, this guy's doing it in his he's almost 90, so we've got a little ways too. We got some more years to do on some movie stuff. But yeah, great interview. Next week's clown show. Week after that will be the last week of Clown Month, and we will have Billy Pond on. Really looking forward to that. From Circus of the Dead. Circus of the Dead 2 is coming. Next month is going to be Ghost Month. I don't know if we've announced that, and I'm sorry if I have. I'm sorry, Tara, for spilling the beans. But next month for Halloween, we're going to do a Ghost Month. So, got to think. I've been reaching out to some high-end potential ghost guests. But if anybody out there has a favorite ghost movie, and it might be something I'm not thinking of, obviously, like people are going to think of The Shining and some of like the A-list horror movie Ghostbusters or something. But think of something more independent, maybe something I just wouldn't even think of. Maybe even a big movie, I'm just not thinking of it. Let us know, and it'd be fun to try to reach out and get some ghost guests on the show. Obviously stuff like The Ring. There's not a lot of people I can probably get from The Ring. Actually, there's tons of movies, tons of movies. So yeah, Ghost Month. That'll be fun. I'd like to get some, especially people who played like cool ghosts, because we did actually have see Ernst Harth from 13 Ghosts. Maybe we can get another one of the 13 Ghost cast. That would be cool. They're all really memorable. Anyway, yeah, think about that, guys, and message me if you have any ideas. Probably not going to get someone from Ghostbusters either. I'll be honest, I asked Dan Aykroyd. Now, the odds that Dan Aykroyd come on the show are pretty low, but my advice out there is the worst that's going to happen if you ask someone is they're going to say no, or they won't reply, whichever one is worse to you, a non-reply or no. But it's like they're not going to come like beat you up, or they're probably not going to go and shame you and your family. So what does it hurt? You ask someone like, "Hey, Dan Aykroyd would come on the show," and I actually did get a reply. And who knows? One in whatever. You have no chance of it happening if you don't ask. Whatever you don't do, you have no chance of succeeding at it. So ask them to come on. We'll see. I highly doubt it, but why not? I mean, I asked millions of people, not millions, but many people to come on, and the majority of them do not. But we've got a lot of cool guests on the show over the years, and hopefully we will continue to do so. I try not to bring up too much Dabbleverse stuff on here because I don't know why I'm involved to begin with. But so the Dappleverse, I made a return to Stuttering John's show recently, which honestly I had a good time. It started off a little rocky, but I had a good time. And then there was the big who set out the link, and then the Shuli Network. They did 4 shows about it. Like I actually really have nothing against Shuli and Mike Morris and the other guy. And but like it is funny if you watch some of that stuff. Well, first of all, I was watching some of it because they've done 4 shows about that one episode. And I mentioned some on the show about like, yeah, while Stuttering John was away, like they were watching old episodes, and they're like, see, Neal watches. I've never claimed I've never watched any of this stuff, and I think if you're going to be involved at all, you should have some like a base knowledge of the stuff that you want to talk about. Otherwise, what the hell are you doing? And also, like, you say whatever you want. You can say, John's a goof, and all these people are idiots and losers, and waiting for people to walk by here. I'm out in public. So, yeah, you can say they're goofs, they're idiots, they're morons, they're nobodies, all that stuff. That's great. That's fine. Does not affect me. I don't really care. But if let's say it's all true. So John's this moron, and he's talking to like a bunch of nobodies for a couple hours in the middle of the night, 2 or 3 in the morning, and then you spend like 4 days, like 10 or 12 hours talking about it. You can't really be at that point like I'm really freaking cool. Like this is a good use of my personal time. I'm like I'm way above all these people because what the hell are you doing at this point? I mean, you built your whole like existence around Stuttering John, and I don't even know how not to say that. I'm not. I mean, if you do multiple hours a day about this guy, you could just go to the YouTube page and just scroll through the thumbnails, and it's like probably 95% or easily 90% of it is Stuttering John related. And the thing is that it's not like, okay, let's say you just pop on and they snipe stream it, but they don't. It's produced, which good for them. I mean, it comes off more professional than a lot more professional than me sitting out here in the wind. And so that great. That looks great. Same thing with like who are these podcasts? A very professional looking thing. Um, but when you produce something like that, think about this. Someone had to take the time, sit down, go through that whole thing, clip it all out, clip out the whole John show. Sometimes edit it. Sometimes put like editing. Like for example, they edited over when I said "sag," to make it sound like something else. And I'm not saying that's not funny or whatever, but not only the hours that you're watching, there's hours that go into producing this show. So I don't know, like 5, 6 hours a day, at least I would say, is put into producing the show, doing the show. So you're spending like a work almost let's say a full time. It's almost a full time job. They're like a full time job talking about and thinking about editing Stuttering John material and all the French players of that universe. Again, is it funny? That's up to you. Apparently, a lot of people think it's funny. It's got a good following. I'm not going to deny that. I think I'm a pretty honest person. I try to be. They make money off of it. That's all great. But at that moment, you can't be like, we're the cool guys, and these guys are idiots, and then sit there and spend your whole day editing it and talking about it. That's my take on it. I heard actually someone else say a similar thing about Adam Bush, who I like. I actually like Adam Bush. I think he's and I know some people would be mad that I said that. I think Adam Bush is a smart guy. It's very peculiar that he's even in this world. He's been in like big stuff. He's in Buffy. He's like a working actor, I believe. I think he has a movie coming to Fantastic Fest or Beyond Fest, one of the big festivals. So, and so it is odd not only just it's on it all to pop on this stuff because I actually have some other friends. I have a friend who's an effects artist, and he pops on these things once in a while. And I've talked to all several different people, and it's just kind of it's a strange little subculture. But he's really gone all in on it. But anyway, what I was talking about was it was Mersh and Pat Dixon were talking about him and the idea that that Adam acts like he's like really above all these people, and I think there's a point there. I think the idea that you can't. You also are part of this universe if you're doing these shows every day. So you can't be like I'm like a badass. Cool. I'm not. You're not the cool kid anymore. If you're in the Dabbleverse at all, you're not a cool guy or girl. You might be funny, entertaining, all that stuff. That's totally fine. But you're no longer the cool guy. It's just not the way it is. And I don't claim to be a cool guy. I never did, which is obvious. But yeah, but I mean, I grew up watching a basket case and playing Dungeons and Dragons and chess club, computer programming back before like people really had computers in the 80s. Anyway, I am gonna get out of here in a minute. Vlasic pickleballs. They were good. I'd recommend them. We'll be back. Let's see. When will it be? The next time we'll be back? I'm going to Boston tomorrow, so I'll probably jump on live from Boston at some point and be reviewing Traumatica. Traumatica, my friend Rebecca Kennedy's new film. Very excited for her. A really talented actress. I had her on years ago on the show. I think it was her first movie, Bastard, and I thought she really stood out in that. And she's done really well for herself since then, which is really nice to see. And so this movie I've been seeing trailers for at AMC theaters. I told her, I like messaged her. I was like, oh, I saw the trailer for your movie in the theater. So she's really excited about that. And so it's got a limited release. So I recommend, going and seeing it if it's playing in your area. It's not playing anywhere in the Cape. It's playing up in Boston. So I'm going to go up to Boston and see it. I was going to see The Long Walk, but I'm going to see that next week with my brother Troy and probably our mom. We'll probably do a live review of that sometime next week too. The Long Walk. I'm looking forward to that. So this weekend, I'm going to see Traumatica. I'll probably see the new Conjuring. I'm not a huge Conjuring guy, but I'll probably see that. And definitely, it's not horror, but I will see Spinal Tap 2. So I'll probably do a review of those at some point, somewhere in Boston, maybe in Chinatown or something. I'll pop up live somewhere. And I have no idea what time. Sometime during the day, I'll pop up live and I'll review those movies. Neal goes to the movies, I think I call those. So that'll be fun. So I'll pop up sometime tomorrow from Boston. And then Troy and I will be live sometime early next week reviewing The Long Walk. There's also a Scream Unseen on Monday, which is an advanced screening of an upcoming horror movie at AMC. So if you're near one of those, look into it. That's always a fun time. We'll probably do that Monday. I don't know if we'll do a review of that. We might. Who knows? And then Tuesday, if people don't know, I do a wrestling podcast, In Your Head. Check that out on inyourheadonline.com or IYH Wrestling on YouTube. In Your Head IYH. So IYH Wrestling on YouTube. Thursday will be the live clown show. Very excited about. And then the week after that, Naomi Grossman will be returning to our Wednesday show with what Wednesday? Yeah, it'll be next Wednesday, I believe. So not this coming. Yeah, next Wednesday. All right, guys. Let's. That'll probably be during the day because I don't think she's available in the evening for our normal time. So I think that's going to be about. I think 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock Eastern. She's in the new horror movie. Him looks great. So I'm excited about that. She's actually been on the poster, so that's pretty wild. And then I think that Thursday. So now we're getting into the first week of October. Um, well, no, that Thursday will be Billy Pond, and then the week after that we'll start in October, and we're going to actually have the cast and crew of a new werewolf movie. Frenzy Moon will be on the show. That'll be very cool. All right, so I'm going to get out of here, guys. If you want to help out the Puppet Fund, the Venmo's here, the PayPal's here. You can super chat in pre-production for Arbor Day. I'm making some puppets, and it does cost money for the materials like the foam, the fur, the fleece, the glue. Actually, I've been using contact cement, which is a little pricey, but it's a lot better quality. Armature wire. I've been using wood knives, which look nice. A lot of different things, paints and things. So if you'd like to help out with that, you can do so here. You guys have seen Master Zog. He's pretty much finished. Now, I do want to make clothes for him, so I'll be doing that soon. All right. So until next time, this is Nasty Neal. I did not send the link. I don't know if I ever ended up saying that. Oh, so yeah, Clay, back to the Dabbleverse stuff. Clay, nothing against John, just wasn't home, so I wasn't watching it. But Clay, so I got a DM from a mutual friend of me and John's, and it was like Clay saying you sent the link, and jump on Stuttering John. I just wasn't home. I'm not against going on there. I mean, look, I didn't send the link. If people want to think I had sent the link or whatever, you do whatever you want. You can look back at my history in life and movies and stuff. I'm an honest guy. I haven't done that. At the end of the day, does it really matter what really happened? A guy came on and said, shithead, who cares? But I did not send the link. And I do think, though, this is mine, because I did think it was Mule at first. Because, he was pretty inebriated. But I'm starting to think now it was Clay Dabbler. I think Clay Dabbler did it. This was his thought process. Was he sent a link out to somebody else while two other people were on, because then he could be like, well, clearly it wasn't me. You know me, John. I've called myself John's bitch. I've said on the show I want to be a Melendez, like he wants to be adopted by John, I believe. So it's like it's clearly not me. So I gotta blame, let's put some doubt into John's mind, into one of these other guys who may be entering into John's universe here. We can't. And he's already got robbed. He's got Rob Saul. He's like, I can't let someone else, steal my connection to. And he needs John Alt himself. So the idea is he sends this link out. He frames me or Mule. Now I think he's trying to frame me. So that is my thoughts on it. I think it was Clay. Clay, it was you all along. I know it was you. You broke my heart. It's just like Godfather 2. He's Fredo, is what I'm saying. Clay is Fredo. I think Clay is the Fredo here, and he sent the link. That is my theory. My theory. All right, and I know a lot of people here have no idea what I'm talking about, and it's probably best to keep it that way. Don't even bother looking to what the hell I'm talking about. I should keep all this off the show. What the hell am I doing? All right. Without your head, we talk about horror movies. In your head, we talk about wrestling. Good night, everybody. A good day. It's like what, 6 in the afternoon or evening or whatever. Don't go to sleep yet.